Audra at Home is filmed in front of a live Pitbull audience. Okay. Good morrow and merry meet. My name is Audra and you are in for a treat. All right, welcome and or welcome back to all my queerdos, weirdos, and brohos. Y'all, as you can see, we're obviously going to be doing a get ready with me. I have things that I want to talk about. So I'm gonna. If you follow me on Twitter, some of this you may have heard. If not, you don't have to. You know what I mean? Listen. There's things on my mind, and it's gonna be like a mix of like update while I get ready for no reason other than I truly need the calming peace of putting makeup on my face and enjoying myself because I need it so bad. So anyways, if that seems interesting to you and you like a long ass rambly chatty video, then strap yourselves in, you know, or don't, you know, if you want to just fly out of the seat, fly out of the seat. I'm not the boss of you. You know what I mean? So I did a live stream. I feel like, I don't know, whatever time is. And, there was a vote for me to try the, Beauty Bay Earthy Palette, slap that on thine eyes, which I am gonna do today, because why not? So, I'm actually gonna do my base first and we're gonna get started. So listen, I was in hospital. Essentially, here's what's happened. For those of you that don't know, my job is extraordinarily stressful in hours. Like the job itself isn't really that bad. It's just like the time spent. That is the stressful part. It's just like there's a large amount of time spent at my job, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. And I'm in a position where it's like, I can't really refuse, you know? I can't just say like, I don't want to, because I'll lose the job. You know what I mean? I will lose my job. If I'm like, no, I'm going home, fuck off, I will lose my job. So what I have to do is take it. And apparently, where in the world? Oh, there it is. It's exactly where I put it. Anyways, but I have to just take it. And apparently my body had enough. I just like had massive, I feel like it was like a massive anxiety attack. Like the very thought of going into work, it was too much. And I just started like kind of breaking down. My blood pressure was really, really high. Systolic and diastolic were pretty high. So it was not good. I went to the ER and, the good thing is I'm going to get a primary care physician out of all of this mess, get, on not birth control. That's a whole other subject, but get on blood pressure medication, which I need because this shit does run in the family. I know people are like, oh, you're rather young to have blood pressure problems. One, the stress of the job, but two, it is a family trait and I should also be able to get like my thyroid situation, sorted out because hyperthyroid is really hard to find. And the thing about that is like I was at one point working on getting tested, but I really, because capitalism in America, could not really be going to like the doctor every 2 weeks to like give blood. I was like, baby. So all of that to say, like I'm in a job hunting mode because I realize like I can't work like this forever. Like it's not good for me. It's not good for my health. I just have to find something. So, you know, knowing that this job is quite literally trying to kill me, I'm trying to find something else in a timely-ish fashion pour moi. And we'll see how that works out. I don't want to talk about that anymore because it's honestly like just talking about it right now is actually giving me like even more stress. I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to think about work. It's horrible. And I'm right to think that. Like, no, I do not want to think about work. It is horrible. And let's just like let that go. So, you know, I did see that. I guess I'm going to really be talking a lot about the beauty community because once again, another video has come up. Oh, this is a nice brush. I think this is one of the Makeup by Mario brushes. Bitch, this is nice. I feel like this is the first time I've actually used it and I like it. So anyways, I did see that Raw Beauty Christie, affectionately known as RBK, put out a video and you know, another one of those decrying the death of the beauty community videos. And I haven't watched it, so don't come in and be like, you haven't watched it? No, I know. No. I just saw that, and I think a lot of people have been doing these videos just talking about how like the beauty community is dying or whatever it is that people are saying, like why it's going this way. And I have like a few thoughts on it. I feel like every time this comes up, people kind of get up in arms, but it's like, I don't think that it's dying. I think that it's changing. You know, I think that with the way that the community exploded all that time ago, I just think, especially if you add in all the drama, all the bullshit, like my personal feeling on the whole thing is just that I think that people in general just don't have trust for the community the way that they once did. And, you know, that's painful and it's terrible, but it is what it is, right? And I also think that, you know, as subscribers, we are pretty fucking harsh with creators. We don't really allow people to make mistakes at all anymore. And I've talked about this in other videos. Also, can you hear like my voice is just like so scratchy? It's a side effect of me just being like, ugh, and dehydrated and whatnot. But I needed this moment. Anyways, I do think that we like to say that and I think there's a big part of us that does, in fact, there's like a part of people that wants to see the community fail and fall apart. And I really feel like a big reason people want that is because then it just like, it's a confirmation bias, right? Like, haha, you know, you spent your time, money, and energy on something frivolous, so fuck you, you know? Haha, your livelihood is over. And also, like, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm just gonna say something that I just feel like not enough people really talk about. It is the criticism from the community that I think has a lot of people just kind of not really wanting to deal with it anymore. And I say this because, like, I saw a while back, I don't know if it's still there. I'm just bringing you in a little bit closer so you can see the bullshit that I'm doing. I saw, like, a while back, you know, Michaela, the infamous Michaela Noguera, I believe that's how you say it, had a giveaway going. I don't know if she still does. If she does, or had it, or she was still continuing to do it, I will throw up a picture here of the giveaway. And this giveaway just inspired so many like really nasty reactions. It was wild, really nasty reactions from being mad that she had so much product, you know, place that anger on the brands for sending it. So there's that, like, it's not her fault that these brands send her a lot of stuff. It's what brands do. It's part of the machine. And whether you like it or not, that's in every industry. I've talked about that before. Every industry has PR. Every industry is in some way, shape, or form attempting to get you to want to buy their products, and they're going to use whatever means necessary to make that happen. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not trying to be dicks. Ooh, I need to switch brushes. And I am aware of the environmental impacts, blah, blah, blah. I'm just here to say, like, that is how this shit works. Like, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna, you know, justify it. I'm just explaining it. That's really it. But the interesting thing that I found about that is that people, like, were so nasty about it. It ranged from anger that she's going to only pick one winner. My understanding is it's going to be 3. Then anger that, you know, even a third of what she would send as a giveaway, like as a winner, a third of what she would send to the winners would be too much and overwhelming for whoever won it. And it just like, it was just like, wow to me in that moment. I was just like, damn, is there anything that she could do? Like, literally, she's taking an overabundance of product, right? She's like, I have too much shit. And wanted to do something nice and be like, hey, y'all have some of this shit. Like, I can't possibly use it all. And then from that came like vitriol and anger, you know? Like, oh my God. And then even attempting to be like, this is how she should do it, which I see what you're doing here. Because what's really happening is she has a lot of shit. She's doing a giveaway. And because she's not doing it in a way that makes you feel like you could win some of it, it's easier to criticize it and her. And I don't get why people hate her. It's not my demographic. I don't watch her. I did hear her voice for the first time a while ago. Interesting, you know, but it's not really my cup of tea, right? I'm not going to criticize the woman because I don't watch her content because I'm not her demographic. And I literally don't say that to be rude. I say it because like I am not. I'm 42 years old. So not that you can't watch it, but like the whole like sales tactic thing, like that's not really my cup of tea, right? And so I'm just kind of watching this and people were mad that she did the giveaway on Instagram instead. And I'm going to get there too. Cause here's the thing about giveaways, and it's a big reason that I don't do them. It is an actual logistical nightmare getting that shit together. I am not even kidding. I did them a long time ago. Like a really long time ago. I used to do, like, I'm talking 2016. And I know that there are people like, oh, it's, you know, follower farming or whatever. It is whatever it is. You know what I mean? I don't really feel like she's follower farming. She has 2.2 fucking million followers on Instagram. I really don't think that she needed the giveaway to increase her follower count like wild. But anyway, if you have not even looked at like the TikTok comments and how they work, you would see why most creators tend to do their giveaways on Instagram because it's easy to sort through the comments on Instagram. Listen, we're gonna let my eyebrows just do whatever the fuck they want today because this is about peace, not perfection. But again, I don't know if y'all have seen that, but like the TikTok comments, especially since they changed them, weird as fuck. It's actually kind of difficult to get through them. Whenever I do post on TikTok, which is getting rarer and rarer because I don't have time, it's weird how they set up the comments. And so it's kind of sometimes just like difficult to see how like to find the comments and all of that. Instagram has the easiest way, my opinion, of seeing comments, so that's that on that. YouTube has a lot of bots, and some of it gets hidden, but others don't. And just the logistics of trying to give something away and do a giveaway it's kind of nightmarish. And then on top of that, once you have winners for your giveaway, the next thing you're trying to do is like notify them, wait for them to reply back so that you can send all of your packages out at the same time. Because God forbid you send a couple out while you're waiting and then somebody doesn't get, and it just becomes like, Audra lied about their giveaway. And it's like, baby, you didn't check your DMs. I tried to contact you. But it's that aspect of it. But the reality is, people the criticism that you receive as a beauty content creator is astronomical and high and picky for like dumb shit. And I've said this before, it's literally reached into like the dumbest of the dumbest shit that could possibly be wrong with you as a creator of what you're doing wrong. And I do think that a lot of content creators have just kind of had enough and are slowly just like, this isn't where I want to not only make it on YouTube, right? But this isn't, and I'm not just talking about financially lucrative, right? I'm also just talking about like, this is another job. Like it's not even, I wouldn't even consider it part-time at this point. It is in addition to my real life, I have to go to it every day job. I also do this, right? And this is another full-time job. That I'm trying to squeeze in between a full-time job that doesn't want me to do anything except for live, breathe, work, and die for them, right? And so I'm over here just trying to enjoy my peace and have a nice time doing this as well. And I want it to be fun and peaceful. And for a lot of folks, I feel like that has just like really stopped becoming an option. There's like this weird, terrified feeling of like saying or doing something wrong. Like for instance, I wanted to create a video to talk about brands that aren't for Black people, right? But I knew the second I did this thing, I was gonna have the stands of all of these brands come for me. You know what I mean? Like Wayne Goss is not for Black people. Now, here's what I'm talking about with the stands. Because it would have only been a matter of time before someone came in and said, well, Alicia and Kelsey Brianna J, they buy these and they're able to use this. Yes, they are. And they are very lovely, beautiful, fantastic, wonderful women and creators. And they are kind behind the scenes. They're actually kind people behind the scenes. And even they would be able to tell you that they are aware that because they are light-skinned, that is one of the reasons why they are able to utilize this makeup. Because they're not deep-skinned. They know that. They're not stupid. They're very intelligent women. So when I say that, I'm basically talking about, you know how when, this is a hetero convo, but it could not be as well. It's anyone who's been asked to do such a thing. You know, when a guy's like, oh, and you just suck it, and you're like, I don't want to, you don't want to give head, you know, and you're like, I don't want to. And so what do just to shut him up? You're like, ow, ow, you know, just lick the head a little bit and move on about your business. Like, there, it's done. It's been finished. Now leave me alone. I've done a done thing. That's what these brands do. They get just dark enough, or they add a few products that like everyone can kind of use, like Hourglass does, like Charlotte Tilbury. But overall, overwhelmingly, the entire line of shit is not for deep-skinned Black people. You know what I mean? Like, could I get Wayne Goss brushes? Yes, but why would I when there's literally nothing else from his line of shit that I could buy? Do you know what I mean? It doesn't even make sense to me. Like, why would I get that shit? Doesn't make sense. Please hold, I'm gonna squirch my face with, listen, I'm gonna pull a Teresa on you right quick. I have found that using the Flower Beauty Jet Set, like that, before I do my unders, because the Pat McGrath concealer is so creamy. And so just doing like, just a little bit like that, dries it out a smidge so that I can not have it just spread down my face like in a monstery way. See? Bitch. Anyways, so that's how I feel about those brands, right? And there's always going to be the stands, and they come in, but they like come in with bad intentions, first of all, and I hate that. And like they come in with those bad faith arguments, just like, you know, I was talking about with Kelsey and Alicia. Like they'll be like, oh, well, they can. And I'm like, okay, I'm not that shade. And that's the thing about these kinds of brands. But I can't make that kind of video. I mean, I could, right? But also, no, I can't. Because I'm going to have to deal with all of the people who, for whatever reason, are dick riding for these brands. And then I have to sit there and endure like shitty comments and whatnot. And I feel like there's a bunch of creators who also are terrified of having some nasty thread made about them for just like innocuous shit. You know what I mean? Just like basically living their basic bitch ass lives. I feel like this is kind of Black approved. Kind of. Like, here's what I'm gonna say about this palette so far, because I've gotten into several of the shades at this point, and what I am gonna say is that like it is kind of Black approved. But in another way, it is not, because a lot of these shades do kind of look the same on the eye, regardless of the tone. So that's the situation. But anyways, I'm gonna just kind of come in and do this. Anyways, back to the giveaway. The point that really got me on that giveaway was that everybody had all these fucking ideas and were beating this woman into the ground for doing something nice, when quite literally, she could have just thrown it all away and you would never be the wiser. She could have literally taken that entire pile of makeup and just chucked it into the fucking garbage. And no one would have known. And I feel like as viewers, because like that's why I'm talking about it, I think that the viewers, not all, not y'all, you know who I'm talking about because it's definitely not you, you're here listening. But I think that the viewers have, like I said before, gotten into this like really weird sense of entitlement and nastiness, and especially those who showed up for the drama and aren't getting it are just making it everywhere. And it just seems like creators can't really just enjoy what they are doing. And so for me, there's certain things that, you know, I'm going to do, right? And I want to do to bring trust back into this community. Ah, bitch. Yes. And so one of the things that I'm doing because I want to is I am for sure, like I'm working on it. I have 2 codes right now, but I'm working on having completely unaffiliated codes that y'all can use. You get the 10% off or whatever percentage that they're doing at that point in time. But most of them are 10% off, but you'll get it. I get nothing. It's not just altruistic though. It's also because like taxes are a bitch. And you know what tax season taught me this year? It was like, baby, you don't want to play. And I was like, show you right, I do not. And I learned that pretty quickly. Like I was like, yeah, I don't like that. I do not like how these taxes came out. I am not a fan. I would really prefer not to do that again. And so, one, tax reasons, but also I do want people to feel like, you know, if I'm talking about a brand and I'm giving you the code, that you're fully aware that like, one, I don't make a single dime off of it, so that you can feel comfortable and confident. But also, if I were to ever be able to do like sponsored content with the brand or whatever, you know that I like the brand. You know it's not just about money. I have a whole ass job. Do I hate it? Yes. Does it suck the very soul or the very marrow from my bones? Yes. But I still have a full-time job. And I do get paid from that. So there's no reason for me. And again, this is not, you know, this isn't to like make other creators follow suit or feel like they are greedy, because that is literally not what I'm doing. I am saving myself from another shitty tax year while also being able to save y'all some money if possible. You know what I mean? If I can possibly do both things, why wouldn't I? So I'm like, why wouldn't I do both of the things if I can? So that being said, okay, so this is the last shade I've got to use. I'm like trying to use every single shade in here. But that being said, I feel like as viewers, too many have gotten this like sensation and feeling that they can just talk about creators as if they're not human beings. You know, it goes from whether or not you can pronounce a word properly, and if you don't, you know, if you can't pronounce it and you use like Google or whatever to say it for you, you know, you're not trying hard enough. You know, you didn't even try. But if you do try but you mess it up, you're a fucking loser who can't say a French word. Like, if you're trying to do a giveaway and you don't do it the way that people want you to fucking do it, then you're not a good person. You're a piece of shit. Everyone hates you. Hope you catch fire. Like, that's what it feels like in this motherfucker. I don't know if y'all feel that at all, but baby, certainly I do. You know what? I'm gonna go grab that Cleona highlighter. Listen, we gonna play. Listen. And as such, that's really, I don't know where I left off, but I'm just saying that's kind of why I'm like, I don't think that the beauty community will ever die. And I don't think that it's moved to TikTok. I just really think that, you know, trying to build that trust, ooh, baby Jesus, trying to rebuild that trust is a long, hard road. We're still dealing with the absolute nightmare of all the things that happened. And I don't know when that will ever end. You know what I mean? I truly don't know when that will ever end. And I don't really care anymore. I just want to make content I enjoy. And I think a big thing too is that a lot of us as creators are full human beings. We are full human beings with thoughts other than just makeup. Like myself, a big thing for me is I really want to play with my makeup again, fam. I just do. I really want to just enjoy playing with my makeup, you know, having like a good time. Like I am no stranger. I'm not gonna lie. I love to collect makeup. I love buying makeup. I don't like, I use the word collect because like I collect things, but I like to collect and fucking buy makeup like just a nutter and just like kind of lose my mind. I'm kind of putting this on a little bit like blush, but don't you worry. Or worry, you know what I mean? Be afraid. You should be. I am frightening. But I think that the lure of like getting big on beauty YouTube and being able to like support yourself, one, that isn't really there for a lot of people anymore. I also think too that like you have, no disrespect to RBK, but like you have people like RBK and Tati, like all of them don't want to move on and do something else. So there really isn't room for growth in the community. There's tons of smaller creators and a lot of people don't check them out either. So it's like literally the same 5 creators keep being suggested to people and they're like, oh, I'll go check them out. And then they just do that. And then honestly, once you hit that coveted 100K mark, everybody's like, you're a liar and I can't trust you. You're a liar and you're a cheat. You know, that's what happens. Sorry, I just made my whole like little ponytail just leave, but we're gonna leave it because come a chameleon. Anyways, and so it just feels like at some point you just want to be able to like enjoy the content you're making. Like myself, I love getting to do my beauty content. There will still be reviews on this channel. But one of the things that I truly, truly love is media, bitches. I love media. I love talking about media. I love playing with media. I love talking about movies and TV shows. And I'm really mad at myself because I was doing that 2 years ago. And I just felt like, you know, oh, the views aren't gonna, you know, do whatever, or people aren't really into it. And I'm mad that I did that to myself because I really could have been doing significantly better if I just leaned into the thing that I truly like. And here's the thing. It's not that I don't enjoy makeup. Don't start putting words into my little mouth. I do enjoy makeup, but I also feel like when I review makeup, I don't feel like I am as cultured or polished in how I review it. And it does like fuck me up. Like Emily's always trying to tell me like, don't let that imposter syndrome fuck you up, but I can't not do it. I'm sorry. It's very stressful. I'm just sitting around being like, I just don't say the words right. I don't do this right. I don't do that right. Like I spend a lot of time beating myself up. Why wouldn't I? Oh, let's get this hair back where it belongs, wherever it wants to go, wherever you will go. Oh, that's not it. We're just gonna keep chameleoning. Yeah. But I feel like at some point, like one of the things that I truly believe too for a lot of makeup creators is like a lot of us want to be full whole people. And I, for one, I don't want you to have another channel. I'm so sorry. Like I am saying this as a viewer of YouTube. I absolutely despise when a creator has more than one channel. I know. It's like, Audra, you're shit. I'm actually not trying to shit on anybody. I'm just saying I hate it. Because even if I turn off the notifications for your other channel, it still shows up. You know what I mean? It still shows up. It still ruins my life. Because all of a sudden my entire YouTube feed is like you and your channels. Like if you have 2 channels or you have 3 channels, it's just like, oh, you like, you know, this creator, well, you're going to love their 72 channels. It's not even that I don't love them. It's just, I want to be able to like see other people's shit. Like that's how I always feel. I'm like, it's not that I don't love them. It's just like, I want to be able to see other people's shit. I want to be able to have my feed have other creators in here. That's not just this one creator that has like, oh, that went south. So we're going to bring it. We're going to just swoop it and I'm going to figure it out in a minute. There we are. Fishtail. That's what I do every time I fuck it up. I just fishtail it. And then it's fine. Oh, baby, baby. Whew. Now I am a dragon. I am a lizard. Anyways, live your best life. But the point I'm getting at is that we are all full actualized human beings, and I want your channel to be able to have that. I don't feel like you should feel forced to create another channel for a different space because I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want with my eyeliner, right? Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna just make it extra weird, so deal with that. And like I said, I don't really want to feel like I have to follow these other channels. And I also feel like the cool thing about you being a multifaceted human being is if I just want to watch this one thing, that I want to watch it. And I feel like every creator in this landscape feels the same way, especially in beauty. It's like, oh, if you're known for, you know, anti-hauls, like Abby has said multiple times on their channel, like, you know, you don't need me to tell you not to do it, but I get why we like them, right? Because Abby is funny and interesting, but like Abby is a full human being and should be allowed to enjoy other things and shouldn't have to create a whole other channel for that. You know what I mean? I think that we can be full human beings in one spot, and you as the viewer get to pick and choose what videos you do or do not want to watch. It shouldn't have to be this hard. But yeah, I just feel like I'm a full human being and I want to be able to do the things that I want to do. I still want, you know, just that is to tell you, I'm still going to be doing new makeup nonsense. Bingo, new makeup, hangover. I will still have reviews here and there. But like the main thing is I love playing with my makeup. And I don't get to do that nearly as much as I like to. Because it feels like sometimes you film with something and then it's over, you know? And it's one of the reasons why Twitch is so great, because I can like consistently, I know I haven't been on there in a while, but you know, I did mention that I've been working 12 and 13 hour days, 6 days a week previously. So, but I do really feel like what consistently keeps happening is like when you're on there, I can wear all different kinds of makeup and play and do whatever. And if I want to do a look while I'm there, I can do that as well, which is fun. You know, I have a good time. And I don't have to worry about people being like, ugh, how many get ready with me's are they going to do? How many shop my stashes? Because like, that's the thing. People will be like, oh, we want to see you use your old makeup. And then you use your old makeup one too many times. And people are like, ugh, not that much. So it feels like you're constantly trying to like bow to an audience that is ever changing or whatever. It also feels like, you know, the oldies, the second wave OGs are still here. They're going nowhere. There's not really room to go any further in this. And I also just think that like I want to enjoy playing with all the makeups I got. And I don't want to feel pressured to have to do a review of every fucking thing I buy. Like sometimes I just want to buy some shit, have some fun. I mean, granted, after I'm done filming this, there's a very good chance I have a review that I'm going to film after that, which is fine. I want to review it. But I also don't want my reviews coming up like so damn late that nobody wants to watch it. Cause that shit, destruction, just can absolutely, positively, destroy how everything works out for you. You know what I mean? All seven, and we'll watch them fall. We'll stand in the way of love, and we will smoke them all with an intellect. But yeah, I think also here's the thing. I'm going to put on this lipstick, and then we're going to sit here and chillax. Also, this has become a new favorite of mine. I know I got it in PR. It's an Overfly. The shade is Overfly. It is the lip creams from Lethal Cosmetics, who I do actually have a code with. Again, unaffiliated. I feel like I'm going to keep saying this for a while. It is unaffiliated. It's Audra, saves you 10%. Go build you a palette, whatever. But I really like these because it's almost like a lip tint. At first I was a little confused by them. But I really like it. I've been playing with them more and more, and I was like, oh, because like the first time I used it, I was like, oh, it looks kind of drier, but it's almost like a lip tint. If you want to put a gloss on it when it dries, you can. But I really like this shade in particular, and I'm so glad that they, you know, one of the things I really love about Lethal PR is that they often ask me what it is that I want from their collection. They don't just like send over everything willy-nilly, which I appreciate, because one of the things I had to realize is that as much as I enjoy their gel liners, I do not use them nearly enough for them to send them to me. And now I'm finally like, okay, just don't send those, because Lord knows it's going to take me 82 years to finally get around to being able to use it. And so, but this gives me like just such like natural person vibes. Hell yeah. Like everything else is like wild and it's a little nuts, and then like the lip just like, you know, just like makes me look like a normal ass bitch, you know? Beaking. Sorry. I just started thinking about like, you know, I dream of Genie, and like suddenly I was like, I'm a genie. But yeah, so, oh gosh, I love this a lot. Let me just like get this on, and it stayed for like hours. Like it was a little bit faded, but it wasn't bad. I don't know, it's really nice. Really nice. I wore this for several hours, looked good, and my lips weren't dry. I ate some popcorn and that made my lips dry, but not the lip stuff. All right. But I think what I was saying is like, I just think that we are human beings, and I think that there's nothing new happening in beauty. Like when beauty was blowing up, there were so many different techniques and things that we didn't know how to do, and we're looking to our favorite creators to figure out how to do. And we don't really need that anymore. And also, I'm not gonna lie, some makeup has gotten boring as shit. Indie brands are really out here doing this, baby. And even this palette, you know what I mean? The indie brands are out here doing all of this super fun, like rowdy, like good time stuff. And I know that this like, you know, goddess glow isn't for everyone, but I feel like that's kind of the last bastion of excitement that we do have. But in terms of application and technique, a lot of us have learned that. We're not interested in coming to a channel for that anymore. And I think, honestly, a lot of us are coming to channels specifically to watch a person, to see them and to see their lives and enjoy them. Also, just a quick side note, like, yeah, I think, you know, brand trips are back. I don't agree with Hawaii being the destination, obviously, but brand trips are a thing, and they're gonna be a thing. Like, I think it's time to get over it. Like, just let it go. The whole, like, everybody does this. That's the fun fact. It's not just the beauty industry. Every industry does shit like this regularly. And I just feel like I look around and it doesn't happen. TLDR, I just feel like it's gotten so goddamn critical in this industry, in the community, by the viewers, that it's just hard to enjoy just having a good time. You're so worried all the time about getting canceled or people not liking you. And so this is the thing. If you're a creator out there, here's what I'm gonna tell you. If you wanna try something new, fucking do it. Do it. It's gonna be a little bit. You're gonna have to wait a second for people to get used to it. And sometimes it may not be the people that are normally on your channel. It may bring in some new people, but enjoy that thing, because people are gonna see your enjoyment of the thing that you are doing, and then they're gonna like come and they're gonna flock to it. You know, I was doing my Terror Tuesdays. I was having such a good time, and then I let the whole concept of like, oh, I have to create these particular videos so that I'm just never gonna get this to do what I want, so that I can, you know, continue to grow. And my reality is like, I'm always gonna have like some other full-time job. This is a passion project. This is my joy. This is where I come like, look how much happier I am. Did you see how I was at the beginning of the video? I was like, fuck. And now I have like a full beat on, and I'm like, bitch, I feel amazing. I feel good now. Like, am I stressed that I have to go to work tomorrow? Yes. Yes, I am. But I'm not letting that get me down, because I have a full-on beat. I'm a bad bitch. And yeah, I am working on getting more unaffiliated codes. The beauty community isn't dead, it's just stagnant. And I think that you're gonna see even more creators do beauty and stuff where they get to actually enjoy their collections of makeup. Because let me tell you, I have a shit ton of fucking makeup, and I wanna play with all of it. I want to just start playing again and enjoying it and having fun with this makeup that I so desperately coveted at one point in time. But because I'm always trying to get this review up or get that up or do this or do that, I don't get to play with it. And doing my makeup and media stuff is gonna allow me to do that and really allow me to play with things and then still have reviews here and there, you know, where I can talk about a product in detail and in depth and not feel overwhelmed that I have to do the next thing or the next thing or the next thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's it, I think. Yeah. I do feel better. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being kind YouTube listening therapists. You don't have to provide feedback on how awful you think that I am for doing this, but how are you doing? How are you feeling? Creators, are you feeling the pinch? I just want to know. I'm gonna probably go smoke a cigarette, which, yes, I know. You have high blood pressure. You should quit smoking. Guess what? That's the only thing that's keeping me sane. That and drinks. So until I find a healthy way to deal with all of these things, I'm here on YouTube, and I'm going to be talking about more media stuff. Some of it might be live. It just depends on how I'm doing. You know, I know everybody doesn't love a live chat. I'm trying to figure out ways where I can kind of download that and cut it up, whatever. Who cares? The point is, I'm leaving now. Before I go, this video, like all of my videos, is sponsored by my patrons and channel members, without whom I truly would not be able to continue enjoying this content and being able to move forward with doing more and more of my media content and being able to do even more content I enjoy. I still love makeup. Don't lose your shit. I still want to have fun talking about makeup, but I also really want to incorporate my love of movies and television and music into my channel as well. All right, to all of you who watch, like, share, and subscribe, I appreciate you also. And remember, it costs $0 to be kind. So please do it, because honestly, you really have no idea how much, like, that small kindness that you provide someone that day is just like, it's enough to keep us, you know, we're like on the edge of like freaking out and throwing things and breaking shit, and like that one kindness that you provided was just enough for me to be like, all right, I got it for the rest of the day. I can do it. You know? All right. Don't get stepped on. But anyways, XOXO. Gothic girl. And a savoir-faire no one in the whole universe could ever compare. That's not very goth. I am yours now, and you are mine, and together we'll love through all. But oh, here's the lip. Oh, and I forgot to show you the look. Space and time, so don't cry. One day all seven will die. All right, anyways. ¿Te gusta? ¿Te gustarle? Gracias.